Hi everyone, myself Eshu Sandhi, sponsored by Rajesh, mentored by Kapila and Prashant. Today I'm going to talk about a thyroid. The thyroid gland is a small organ that's located in the front of the neck, wrapped around the windpipe. It's shaped like a butterfly, smaller in the middle with the two wide wings that extend around the side of our throat. The thyroid is a gland. We have glands throughout our body where they create and release a substance that help our body to do specific thing. Our thyroid makes hormones that help control many vital function of our body. Our thyroid creates and produces hormones that help play a role in many different systems throughout our body. When our thyroid makes either too much or too little of these important hormones, it's called thyroid diseases. There are several types of thyroid disease like hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, Hashimoto thyroiditis, and thyroiditis. When our thyroid doesn't work properly, it can impact our entire body. If our body makes too much thyroid hormone, we can develop a condition called a hypothyroidism. If our body makes too little thyroid hormone, it's called hypothyroidism. Both conditions are serious. We need to address that. Our thyroid has an important job to do within our body, releasing and controlling thyroid hormones that control metabolism. Metabolism is a process where the food we take into our body is transformed into energy. This energy is used throughout our entire body to keep many body's system working correctly. Think for metabolism as a generator. It takes in raw energy and uses it to power something bigger. The thyroid controls our metabolism with a specific hormones T4 and T3. These two hormones are created by the thyroid and they tell the body's cells how much energy to use. When a thyroid works properly, it will maintain the right amount of hormones to keep our metabolism working at the right rate. As the hormones are used, the thyroid creates replacement. This is all supervised by something called the pituitary gland located in the center of the skull below our brain. It monitors and controls the amount of thyroid hormones in our bloodstream. When the pituitary gland senses a lack of thyroid hormones or a higher level of hormones in our body, it will adjust the amounts with its own hormone. This hormone is called a thyroid stimulating hormone, that is TSH. The TSH will be sent to the thyroid and it will tell the thyroid what needs to be done to get the body back to normal. Thyroid disease is a general term for a medical condition that keeps our thyroid from making the right amount of hormones. Our thyroid typically makes hormones that keep our body functioning normally, as we all know. When the thyroid makes too much thyroid hormone, our body uses energy too quickly. This is called hypothyroidism, as I mentioned already. When we have too little thyroid hormone in our body, it can make us feel tired. We might gain weight and we may even be unable to tolerate cold temperatures. These two main disorders can be caused by a variety of conditions. They can also be passed down through families, inherited. Now, let us see who is affected by thyroid disease. Thyroid disease can affect anyone, men, women, infants, teenagers, and the elderly people. It can be present at birth, typically hypothyroidism, and it can develop as we age, often after menopause in women. Thyroid disease is very common, with an estimated 20 million people in the United States having some type of thyroid disorder. A woman is about 5 to 8 times more likely to be diagnosed with a thyroid condition than a man. Uh, Let us look into the conditions that can cause hypothyroidism. Include hypothyroiditis. This condition is an inflammation or swelling of the thyroid gland. Thyroiditis can lower the amount of hormone our thyroid produces. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, a painless disease. Hashimoto's thyroiditis is an autoimmune condition where the body's cells attack and damage the thyroid. This is an inherited condition. Next is postpartum thyroiditis. This condition occurs in 5% to 9% of women after childbirth. It's usually a temporary condition. Next is iodine deficiency. Iodine is used by the thyroid to produce hormones, and iodine deficiency is an issue that affects several million people around the world. Next is a non-functioning thyroid gland. Sometimes the thyroid gland doesn't work correctly from birth. This affects about 1 in 4,000 newborns. If left untreated, the child could have both physical and mental issues in the future. All newborns are given a screening blood test in the hospital to check their thyroid function. Conditions that can cause hypothyroidism include Graves' disease. In this condition, the entire thyroid gland might be overactive and produce too much hormone. This problem is also called diffuse toxic goiter, that is enlarged thyroid gland. Next is nodules. Hypothyroidism can be caused by nodules that are overactive within thyroid. A single nodule is called toxic, autonomously functioning thyroid nodule, while a gland with several nodules is called a toxic multinodular goiter. Next is thyroiditis. This disorder can be either painful or not felt at all. In thyroiditis, the thyroid releases hormone that were stored there. This can last for a few weeks or months. Excessive iodine. When we have too much iodine, the mineral that is used to make thyroid hormones in our body, the thyroid makes more thyroid hormones than it needs. Excessive iodine can be found in some medications and cough syrups. So next is there a higher risk of developing thyroid disease if a person is having diabetes? If the person is having diabetes, they are at a higher risk of developing a thyroid disease than people without diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disorder. If we already have one autoimmune disorder, we are more likely to develop another one. For people with type 2 diabetes, the risk is lower but still there. If you have type 2 diabetes, you are more likely to develop a thyroid disease later in life. Regular testing is recommended to check for thyroid issues. Those with type 1 diabetes may be tested more often, immediately after diagnosis, and then every year or so, than people with type 2 diabetes. There is not a regular schedule for testing if we have type 2 diabetes. However, we need to take the suggestion from the healthcare provider. If we have diabetes and get a positive thyroid test, there are a few things we can do to help feel the best possible. These tips include getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, watching our diet, taking all our medications as directed, and getting tested regularly. These are the things we can take care. What common symptoms can happen with thyroid disease? There are a variety of symptoms we could experience if we have a thyroid disease. Unfortunately, symptoms of a thyroid disease are often very similar to the sign of other medical conditions and stages of life. This can make it difficult to know if symptoms are related to the thyroid disease or something else entirely. For the most part, the symptoms of thyroid disease can be divided into two groups. Those related to having too much thyroid hormone, that is hypothyroidism, and those related to having too little thyroid hormone, that is hypothyroidism. Symptoms of an overactive thyroid, that is hypothyroidism, can include experiencing anxiety, irritability, and nervousness. having trouble sleeping, losing weight, having an enlarged thyroid gland or a goiter, having muscle weakness, experiencing irregular menstrual periods or having menstrual cycle stop, feeling sensitive to heat, having vision problem or eye irritation. Symptoms of an underactive thyroid, that is hypothyroidism, can include feeling tired, gaining weight, experiencing forgetfulness, having frequent and heavy menstrual periods, having dry hair, having a hoarse voice, experiencing an intolerance to cold temperature. These are the symptoms of hypothyroidism. Uh, Next, let us move on. Let us see how we can overcome it. We can overcome this disease by taking care of our diet, and also doing regular exercise, and managing our stress and adequate sleep. And when if we look into the supplementation part, we can give a daily, that is multivitamins and minerals, morning and evening, and omega 3 as it helps fat metabolism, ashwagandha, it helps in ease stress, and along with this we can even give a brahmi, a fiber, milk thistle, vitamin c. By doing all, by taking care with these, we can just overcome thyroid. Thank you.